What's up guys, it's your boy Milano Miguel, back at it again with another video. Today's episode 6 of season 3 of the AC Milan vlog series, so here we go.
Kessie against Galini to reach the Champions League. And Tomori has got a third goal that puts it beyond.
Lo voglio sempre! Rebic batte!
Match day 6 in the Italian Serie A. Spezia would take on Milan. Now last year when we went to Spezia to play against them, we drastically lost terribly, and I think that was one of the worst Milan performances we've seen in recent memory. But going into this game, we're looking to get 3 points. Mike Mignon in goal. Pierre Kalulu gets a start. Davide Calabria has returned from injury, but it just didn't make sense to rush him back with the Atletico game on Tuesday. Fikayo Tomori, Alessio Romagnoli gets another start. Theo Hernandez, Sandro Tonali, Frank Kessié, Alexis Saelemaekers, Daniel Maldini's first start in the Serie A for AC Milan, Ante Rebic and Olivier Giroud. This wasn't really a bad game for Milan, especially in the first half. I think that the first half was fine. Spezia did create some opportunities, and Milan did create opportunities as well. But really in the first half, what I was looking for was to see what Daniel Maldini could bring to the table. What was he going to showcase for us? Obviously, for a player who grew up, watching his dad as one of Milan's legendary players, growing up in the Primavera, we just wanted to see what he's capable of doing. Is he going to come out here and be confident? And that's exactly what we saw. I saw some nice passing, good technical abilities, good tackling from him. Just good attacking output and good attacking awareness for Maldini. So I think that was really successful for him. So halftime comes 0-0. I think that in the first half, we really just didn't look for too much. There weren't clear-cut opportunities for us to score. Theo Hernandez had that one opportunity from his free kick that didn't really dip properly. And for the most part, it was just a decent half. I was curious to see what was going to happen after halftime, and Padre Pioli decided that he was going to make 2 changes. He took off Ante Rebic and brought on Rafael Leao, and took off Olivier Giroud and brought on Pietro Pellegrini, which makes sense because Giroud is probably going to start against Atletico on Tuesday, so give them some rest. Not long after the halftime whistle blows, Milan gets the ball up and running, and Pierre Kalulu with a wonderful cross into the box, and none other than Daniel Maldini scoring on his debut for AC Milan, just like his father. And it's just amazing. If you're a real true Rossoneri fan and a Serie A fan, you want to see Daniel Maldini thrive. You want to see him succeed, and to see him score on his debut was just very emotional, and it was heartwarming. Great assist from Kalulu. We already talked about this last week. Kalulu has solidified himself as the second right back, or the backup right back to Calabria, in my opinion. Great for Daniel Maldini just to get into the space. And as the commentator said, the legacy continues. Maldini, the third generation of Maldini. Maldini's Serie A first start for Milan would end in the 59th minute as we subbed on Benacer and took off Maldini. And Kalulu's journey would end as well in the 72nd minute as we brought on Davide Calabria. That substitution makes sense. You want to get Calabria some minutes before Atletico Madrid. In the 80th minute, Milan would concede one of the most unluckiest goals. Creds to Daniele Verde for the amount of dribbling and just persistence that he had inside of the box. I think Theo Hernandez could have did a bit better marking him, but he takes a shot and it deflects off of Tonali and ends up in the back of the net. Goal still credited to Verde. It wasn't an own goal for Tonali. Magnan really couldn't do much, but it was a very cheap goal for Milan to concede in the 80th minute. And you start to think, are Milan about to drop points? Because this is not the game that you want to drop points, because last year when we dropped points in this game, it almost came back to haunt us. Padre Pioli gets it right once again, thinks right off his feet, decides to take off Frank Kessié and bring on Brahim Diaz in the 82nd minute. Only 4 minutes on the pitch, and Alexis Saelemaekers finds a way to get the ball to Brahim Diaz, and Diaz puts it in the back of the net. Diaz tries to celebrate. Calabria pulls down his shirt because I think Diaz did get a yellow card in the last game, so that would have been an unnecessary yellow card. Pulls down his shirt, looks out for him, and then later on tweets that you can take off your shirt now, but I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Milan go up 2-1. Brahim Diaz, once again, I think this is his 4th goal for Milan, and he's been racking up assists. Been very, very important to the attacks. He scored the winner at Sampdoria. He scored the winner in the other game and scored the winner in this game. So Brahim Diaz has been stepping up, unlike someone with the name Hakan Çalhanoğlu. But we're not going to talk about that. Full time, Milan 2, Spezia 1. Milan finished off this game with 18 shots, 5 on target, 64% possession, compared to Spezia's 8 shot, 2 on target, 36% possession. Overall, I think that Milan deserved to win. It wasn't a dominant game. Spezia did create some chances, but they weren't clinical enough, which, you know, happens. Tres punti es tres punti, 3 points, 16 points. In Serie A in the first 6 games, you really can't complain. Undefeated still. So I think my man of the match was Alexis Saelemaekers. He also got that man of the match award from Milan. Officially, he was voted by the fans. I think Magnon always does a good job in goal. I think the goal that he conceded wasn't really his fault. It was a cheap goal to concede. Kalulu getting the assist to Maldini. Bravo, once again, put in a great performance for Milan. Romagnoli and Tomori, I think they did a decent shift. Looked a bit shaky at sometimes, but I wouldn't put the blame on them. I'd actually put the blame on Frank Kessie, because if you could see in some of the clips, but we'll talk about that in a bit. I think Theo Hernandez did pretty decent coming off of his last performance. I think he did pretty decent. At some point, I thought that he looks a bit sluggish and maybe he needed some rest as well, but it is what it is. I thought that Frank Kessie looked very average today. He didn't really look like his normal self. I'm not sure if he's tired or fatigued, but I don't want the same performance that he had today against Spezia to go into the game against Atletico, because if that's the case, you know, some question marks. I think Sandro Tonali did deserve to get a rest this game, but he didn't. He played the full 90 minutes, which was interesting. Considering that he's been playing a lot since Benacer and Kessié have basically been rotated in and out of the lineup. So I'm not sure if he's going to start against Atletico, but we'll see about that. Alexis Saelemaekers, we touched upon it last week. His confidence is brimming. He has been very impactful, either assisting, getting goals, or helping in the build-up of the play to the attacks that lead to the goals. So creds to him, man of the match. Brahim Diaz coming off the bench and just doing amazing things. He is the number 10 for Milan, and he stepped up and he showed that he can do it, and I just want him to continue, honestly. I'm not sure how many goal contributions he's gonna have, but I can say he can probably get to 20 this season. Daniel Maldini, a great Serie A first start for Milan. He showed us what he can do, and I think that he deserves more game times in games like this. He deserves some more playing time. Maybe, you know, you put him in the last couple minutes of a Champions League game, give him some minutes like that, like he did against Liverpool. Rafael Leao, I think he doesn't get enough credit. Once again, he is a world-class talent. I think Leao just really needs to get his finishing, and he will be a problem for many teams in the Serie A. His dribbling is so unpredictable, and I'm just so excited to see how much more he can grow under this Milan side. Ante Rebic, I think that he did decent. He only played 45 minutes. Same thing with Giroud, coming back from an injury, only played 45 minutes. Can't really ask too much from him. I think it was hard to get the ball to Giroud, considering the way that Spezia were playing on a low block and just sitting back and defending. And there wasn't really much they could do to get the ball to Giroud because they were kind of clumped up in the middle of the pitch. And then Pietro Pellegrini didn't get a goal today, but I really like what I'm seeing from the guy. Considering how young he is, I think that, you know, he gets some more playing time and maybe he gets a start under one of these lower league table sides. He could probably show us what he's made of. I'm not sure what his fitness is, but he clearly isn't at 90 minutes yet. But I think it was a good win for us. We needed the 3 points. Thank you to Brahim the Dream Diaz for getting us the 3 points. And we head into Tuesday at the San Siro hosting Atletico Madrid, hoping to get a result because it would be massive for us, especially considering that we're in the group of death. But that's really all I have for you guys. Forza Milan and peace.